Hello, this is Declan Massey, and today what I'm going to be showing you is a Samsung computer. Basically, I'm just going to take this thing apart and kind of explain to you about it. So, we have a Intel Core i3 garbage, and I'm actually going to start by showing you the battery today. So I'm basically going to undo this. I'm just going to go click here, and then the battery slides out. So it's a Samsung computer here, rechargeable, all that. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's for the battery. This is the hard drive. It is currently in the computer. In each corner there is a screw. In only two of the corners there's two holes. There's little pegs and then the screw. The pegs kind of just hold the hard drive in or keep it lined up in there. At the top of the video screen you might be able to see it. There's a little bit of green with black above it. That is where the hard drive connects to the computer and can interact with it. This picture is the hard drive while it is out of the computer. And you might be able to see the corners. As you can see, in only two of the corners there's two holes. Over on the right side of the screen you can see where it plugged into the computer. And you might be able to notice this, but I am actually holding it in my hand. So this hard drive is actually about as big as my hand, which is not very big at all. This is something completely different. These are called the RAM chips. This computer only currently has 6 gigs of RAM. So it definitely could be upgraded, but it works fine. The computer boots fine. It's just a little bit slow. These do not have screws to connect to the computer like the hard drive, but they are secured very well. There are little silver clips that hold in the RAM chips, and you'll see how to open them in a second. So I managed to get the RAM chips out, which you probably seen, but these RAM chips, I wanted to put them back in so that I could show you how to take them out, because I had a little bit of trouble here. I want to see if you guys can see this better zoomed in. So there are these little metal clips on the side, and they are on both RAM chips on both sides. So what you need to do is very, very carefully push those metal switches, and then you can take the RAM chip out. Go over here and just click on this one. And I got that one out. Hello, this is Declan Massey again. This is day 2 of computer project. Of course, it's definitely not day 2 for you, but it's day 2 for me. So, I'm using my screwdriver. I'm going to take the big back off of this computer, and we will get to see our motherboard. So let me take the battery out. Having a lot of trouble getting this off here. Took out all the screws, which there's a lot of them. And I still cannot get this thing off. Let's see. There's no other screws. At least I don't think so. Maybe I have to, no, because those aren't attached to anything. Took out those screws. What else could I miss? Okay, so I got the cover off. Took me forever. But these little things, like, see here. See, let me focus it for you. It's going to So, there is clips along the sides of the computer that keep the cover on without the screws. That's great. Except when you want to take the computer apart. So, I'm going to explain to you every single thing that I know inside of this computer. Everything that I know of. This right here is the fan. That right here is the exhaust for the fan. That's what keeps the motherboard cool while it is running. If the motherboard overheats, stuff could catch fire and your computer would be destroyed along with every single piece of data on it, because it would hurt the hard drive as well. This right here is the disk drive. If you were to
It's actually called the optical drive,
and then go into the computer, it would show up. And I can take that right out of there. Look at that. So, if the computer is on, which currently it is not, and I pressed this button on the side of the disk drive would open up, and it would look like a CD player. And you would insert your disc. So, let's see. These are the RAM chips. I explained these to you. Use the clips on the side. 1 second. There. So clips on the side to take the RAM out. Okay, got the RAM chips out. This, you might have guessed, it's with the hard drive clip. This right here, you might have seen it like pop out of this, but that is actually the disk drive clip. So, this big blue board is the motherboard. You probably have guessed that because there's no other board, quote-unquote board, in this computer. The charging port. Do I know where that is right now? No, I currently do not. Let me get this, and if I can line it up, and I can find the charging ports. Okay, plugged somewhere into the back of the computer. Maybe it was on the battery. I think it was on the battery. Right here, found it. Right here. That is the charger. It's where you plug the computer in. And as you can see, this charger runs through the motherboard into this device thingy. And then when the battery is in here, it puts it in the battery. Battery is terrible. I already told that to you. That's all I know of in here. I have seen this little golden rim thingy here before. Here, let me a little thingy there. And that's all I know. This is the WAN chip while it is in the computer. And the next photo is this is the WAN chip out of the computer. Only one screw to hold it in. This is the fan on the bottom and the heatsink on the top. The heatsink's job is to pull heat and push it out the side. The fan just cools down the motherboard. Okay, this is the processor. Just remembered that. So that's called the processor. This is the processor, the gray stuff that you saw on it before. That is actually called heat paste, so that the processor doesn't get fried. The processor. These are all our chips on the side. I only know the name of one of them. Well, two of them. Three of them. Yes, three of them. USB chip. These are the microphone and headphone. But they will be labeled, the chips. You'll see them labeled. Okay, so I got the heatsink out, I got the fan out, I got the WAN chip out, and I got the motherboard out. These are all the screws. Motherboard. The heatsink, the screws actually are attached to it by some sort of spring. This is for the fan. That's the WAN thing. Now I've just got to get everything that I took out of the computer, and then I have to put it all back together and see if it works. It's almost back together. I got the big cover on, hard drive in. I got all these screws put in. All I have to do is those two screws go right there. And then that one screw goes... That's weird. That's really weird. Not missing any screws on the hard drive. I don't know why I have an extra screw. I do not know. I'll have to figure that out. But I'm going to put the RAM chips in, put this big cover on. Oh, I know what that goes for. That goes to this. Okay, I know what that's for, which is perfect. So that means I'm almost done, and I'm going to turn it on and see how it works. When I say this, I mean the small back to the computer. So that's what that little screw is for. I wasn't missing anything. This is the home screen. It is almost fully booted. The desktop and like the recycling bin and all that isn't there, and the mouse is just a swirly thing. And this is when it is fully booted. The mouse is not swirling. Everything is there on the desktop that needs to be there, and that means that this mission was a success completely.